Welcome all to the first part of Rhino 3D for 2D application tutorial series. Here, I will show you how to do 2D vector design using Rhino 3D. It's not meant to replace your vector software like Adobe Illustrator, but to complement it using Rhino 3D with its more advanced and precise curve tools. So now let's set up the workspace for a 2D work environment. The latest version of Rhino 3D as the year 2019 is version 6, but I'm using version 5 for this demo. For 2D work, it doesn't really matter. We just need to simplify the workspace and highlight only the tools that we need. As most Windows or Mac-based software, there are pull-down menus, which are usually located at the top of the window. But for more quick access, we will use the toolbars. We will use the pull-down menus for more detailed options. Direct below the pull-down menus is the History window. You can scroll down and browse all the history. Below the History window is the command prompt. The command prompt has always been available since the Linux-based 3D workstations a long time ago. If you are a 2D artist, it may look daunting, but here is where you can specify the option precisely. The version 5 and 6 group toolbar can look overwhelming for a 2D artist. Each group has its own specific application. You can ignore the rest of the groups and just use the standard group. But you can have an option by using the standard toolbar alone, just like in version 4 or earlier version. You can click Option and choose the toolbar layout. Scroll down and search the standard toolbar group. And unselect it. Then scroll up and select Main Toolbar. Don't worry about the name, it is the same as the standard toolbar. So now you have just the standard toolbar, just like in version 4 and earlier. All toolbars can be positioned anywhere you want in the workspace. Just drag it out and just let it float. Or you can dock it on the left, you can dock it on the right, or even at the bottom. If you have a multi-monitor setup, you can move it to another monitor so that you can have more workspace for working on the main screen. But for now, let's leave it where it was. The main toolbar is usually docked on the left side, has all the basic tools. Many of the tools are shared by the 2D and 3D object creation. You can add or remove any tool here, but it is advisable to leave it as it is. The pop-up toolbar is the quick access toolbar, which is the closest to the mouse pointer. To access it, you just need to click the scroll wheel and hold it until it appears. If you click the top bar, it will float. You can add whatever tools you want to the pop-up toolbar, which I will go into details in other tutorial. The OSnap toolbar or object snap is a real beauty when working with 3D or 2D objects. 2D software like Adobe Illustrator doesn't have it. It is located at the bottom. Here are all the snap options available. The status bar shows many status information. It shows the X, Y, and Z object coordinates, but for 2D work, we just use the X and Y. It also shows the unit system and the layer color. You can toggle the snap switches here. The rest are just system information like the memory and the CPU usage. The panels are different from the toolbars. They provide options to the tools. But for 2D work, the layer panels is the only one that is useful. It works similar as in Photoshop or Illustrator. You can add layers and it will retain the layer structure when you export the file to Illustrator. You can leave the window floating or you can dock it anywhere you want. By default, Rhino has 4 viewports for 3D work. It has the top, front, right, and perspective. The perspective viewport is only needed for 3D work. But for 2D work, you just need one. Normally, it is the top viewport. Just click twice on the top left corner to maximize it. Here, you can do all your 2D works. To go back to the 4 viewports, just click twice at the same corner. So here, I conclude the brief tutorial on Workspace setup. I will elaborate more on each topic in future videos. Please don't forget to click the subscribe button below so that you will be notified when I upload a new video. Thank you for watching.